Welcome back to my review of Black Cave, episode 7, season 1. So the episode starts out with, we back in time again because now Karen slash Mulatto is listening to the tape of the mother talking to her about her story and how she came to the world. And the mother pretty much says Coffee, when she found she got pregnant, she found this out like when she told her kids she met the father island boy. Well, that was a year. That was like a year after before meeting him, or a year before, whatever. It was a year before she met him again. So when she ended up going to the doctor because she said she felt sick and stuff, the doctor was like, "Oh, you been throwing up, you been this and that. Oh, girl, you was baby, you got a baby in you." She like, "What?" So then the doctor was throwing her shade, being an asshole. She pretty much expressed to the doctor like she got sexually assaulted by her, her boss and stuff, and how, that's why she's here right now. And he's like, "Oh, that's why." And then he said something real shisty and shit. So then he was just being like real fucking mean and stuff. Then he said, "Well, you know what? We can fix this problem if you don't want to baby and stuff, because we got different rules and regulations now, and you can get abortion. I can make you a referral." And she's like, wait a minute. Like, let me take a time to think. So then on her leaving the hospital and stuff, she's back on her, I don't know where to go, homeless vibes, because, she ain't got no family. The people that she was living with at the halfway house, the island people, they thought she died when she was on the train because they put her name in the paper and said she died. So now she's living somewhere with these Chinese people. And girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. Now we go back to Coffee. So Coffee right now, she just at a hot mess place in her life, And so, what is the one place you usually go when life just handing you a box of bullshit? Because here we go with the bullshit. And you're dealing with this horrible stuff happening in life back to back, and you keep on bumping into assholes, buttholes, and bitch holes. So the one place you can go on this planet, and that is the church, the Lord. So she was in her bed crying, and she saw this bell thing go off around this church. So she's like, "Oh, it's a church down here." Because now she's back in, she's back in London. She goes to the church. It's a Catholic church. She's walking in there, she crying, and she go light a candle, a praying candle. She crying and stuff, and this nun hears her. This nun comes out of nowhere, and she's like, she starts being like real kind to Coffee, and she's like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" And Coffee just expressed to her how she been bumping into unkind people. She had just been going through a lot of stuff, and then she tells her that about the pregnancy, how she's, has a baby and stuff. So the nun tells her, like, "Listen, we got a place for you to stay. We will feed you, clothe you, and we will find a home for the baby to, like, help you and stuff." So she ended up going to the nurse, and the nurse ended up showing her, like, the other young ladies that's in her own situation and stuff. She ends up coming there. She's bonding with the girls and everything. And, honestly, one thing I can say about Coffee story, Black Cake and stuff, is that I can definitely relate to just dealing with the bullshit and bumping to the unkind side of the world, and this, feeling all alone, and, you just shrinking smaller and smaller because, like, these problems just keep building on top of top of top. Like, it keeps building up, and you just keep on this running into things that's horrible for your mental health. It's just horrible for you all the way around. So, and I can relate to, like, yeah, the only place when things get tough, you do got to go to the church and give it to the Lord. You do got to go to the church. Because I have been, not in the crisis that she in with the whole pregnancy thing, but in a low point in life, yeah, you need to go to the church. That's the only thing that's going to ever get you out where you at. That's the only thing that's going to pull you out, because, baby, the world don't just be lifing. It be, for other people, unkind, abusive, traumatizing, neglectful. You just see the most horrible sides of humanity, and you bump to a lot of people that don't have humanity. So, and and the sad part, you probably the only one that have humanity in a situation dealing with these unkind motherfuckers. So, so that's good that she had found a place to stay with the nuns giving her a home, because that's what she said when she's laying in bed. She was praying for a sign to come and help her, because she don't know what she's gonna do. And then and then this is another thing that pissed me off about that doctor. And this is why she probably got real upset that day. When she went to go see the doctor, he said, "How long can you, didn't have your period?" Da, da, da. She said, "For 2 months." You didn't think to go into the doctor? Well, bitch, she just got sexually assaulted. Like this the bullshit I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm just over it. Like, child, them bitches that Coffee kept bumping into. She reminded me of a couple years ago bumping into assholes like them. So now we going to Coffee. So Coffee, so the nun pretty much met up with Coffee later in the day. Told her, listen, you staying here for free. All this, you getting fed and everything. We gonna find a home for the baby, but it's rules and regulations to this. Cause ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free. So she told her, like, listen, when you're here, you're gonna have to do a lot of hard work. You're gonna have to cook, clean, well, scrub the floors, scrub the towels, clean the clothes, do the kids' hair, play with Annabelle, and all types of stuff. And Coffee, she's at a desperate point in her life, and she's like, I don't mind doing the hard work, all this stuff. So the nun has to sign these papers, and she told her, like, we're gonna make sure the baby get put for good family and everything. So after that, Miss Girl Coffee, she gets to work into the bone. She cleaning, cooking, everything. And so now the months are monthing and she's starting to show. So they have a nurse that's in the church. So the nurse, she's going to the nurse, she's doing her checkups and stuff. The nurse is telling her, she's trying to talk to her, make small talk and stuff, like this girl don't got trauma. And she all like, oh, the baby's this, the baby's that. And it's like, okay, lady, why are you trying to talk to these girls like these girls are here by choice? Like, these girl situations. I just feel like you need to be respectful, but you know how insensitive these motherfuckers she keep bumping into. So Coffee's just like, girl, I don't want to talk about it. Like, this kid was not conceived in a manner that I chose. It was sexual assault. So why you keep talking about it? So since Coffee got all this trauma and stuff, the nurses kind of get irritated with her because she's kind of telling the nurse to, like, stop talking about it, blah, blah. So the nurse is all like, she put her on the scale. She's like, you haven't gained weight since the last time you came. She said, you're going to have to eat something. And Coffee's all like, oh, I can't, this is getting on my nerves or something like that. And the nurse pretty much told her, like, listen, that thing is a baby and it's inside of you. And that's the reality of the situation. And you're going to have to eat the baby or the baby's going to be unhealthy and nobody wants to adopt an ugly baby. Well, she said a healthy baby, but you know the fuck she meant. So Coffee like, oh shit, okay, let me go start eating food. So she started, like, snacking around trying to give the baby nutrients because the baby wasn't getting no nutrients. So now she in the room folding his clothes. The one girl she met the first day she came to the church that introduced herself to Coffee and was cool with her. She walks in, she crying and stuff. Her and Coffee got they at the same stages with their pregnancy. So she's starting to show too, just like Coffee. She's crying, Coffee like, girl, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? She all like, remember that guy I told you I was with? Because the white girl she met didn't choose to be here. The white girl, her parents told her to take her ass down there and get a baby up for adoption because ain't no way in motherfucking tartar sauce hell they was going to have that damn baby. So when she first met Coffee, she told her, like, okay, when the baby comes, me and my boyfriend, he gonna break me out of this nun home, this church house, and he works at the factory, and we gonna run away. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna be with a husband, and we gonna run off and live our fucking dream. Delulu, but I'm gonna let you live that because you're pregnant right now, so your hormones is fucked up. So she come up in here months later crying, talking about her boyfriend literally sent her a note and told her that, like, listen, girl, I'm not breaking you out of the nun home. I ain't ready to be a pappy. I'm only 12 years old. I don't know how old the man is, but I'm not ready to be a pappy. And yeah, it's a no for me, dog. You just gonna have to get that kid up for adoption. So she crying and stuff. So Coffee's trying to listen to her. And the girl shades Coffee. She's like, girl, why am I telling you this? Because you chose to come here. I was forced to come here. It's like, hey, y'all all are in a tough situation. So it's not about who came here by choice and who came. And honestly, Coffee was forced to go here too. So don't get it misconstrued, bitch. Don't get it misconstrued. She was forced to come here too. She had nowhere to go. She got sexually assaulted. This is a lot. So don't get mad at me. You need to take that anger out on your baby daddy and your parents. See, but your parents ain't trying to hear that bullshit because they just dropped you off and moved on with their motherfucking life. And they told you to come home when that baby gone. So, yeah. Back again with the bullshit. Coffee then expressed to that white girl how, how she's with child and stuff because, she got sexually assaulted. So the girls are like, damn, dog, my bad. And then Coffee pretty much told her straight up, like, listen, like I just said, that's why I fucks with Coffee. We at the same place at the same motherfucking time, but we have two different stories. How ironic. Hello. So then Coffee, so she talked to white girl. She pretty much a white girl. Like, listen, the one thing I learned about being out here in this old harsh ass motherfucking planet is that the only person you could depend on is your goddamn self, and that's fucking true. Cause if ain't nobody gonna do it, you gotta do it. So she pretty much told her, like, listen, I can't provide for the baby, and then honestly, having a baby, every time I look at the baby, I want to think about that man that assaulted me. So yours was conceived out of, you cared about the person. Mine was conceived out of a fucking predator assaulting her. So, and then here comes another fuck up. I'm like, girl, I got some cleaning to do. Girl, shut the fuck up. Don't you see that these motherfucking girls is about, what, 5 to 1,000 months, years old, pregnant and stuff. They got the belly sticking out. Like, girl, you can calm your bitch ass the fuck down. Okay? I understand ain't nothing free on this planet, but you can calm down, bitch. Because with a child being here, it is a motherfucking blessing that I'm blessing the church with my essence. So you can shut the fuck up, bitch. But yeah, clearly I wouldn't have lasted that damn church. I would have, fuck. Like, but yeah, Coffee, that's a lot, girl. That's a lot. It's a lot. After Coffee, so Coffee was doing some more chores and stuff. And she fell down these stairs goofy as hell. The way she fell down the stairs was giving me Tyler Perry production. It was as goofy as hell how she fell downstairs. When she fell downstairs, she felt blood coming from, she found some blood. So next day she goes to see the nurse. The nurse is all like, oh, the baby survived. The baby's okay. Like, you got a strong fighter in you. And so Coffee asks, like, can I hear the baby's heartbeat? So the nurse like, okay. So she heard the baby's heartbeat. And then after that, she started growing feelings for the baby. So they end up putting her in bed rest, Coffee, after the incident. And she start like kind of certain things she had about the baby start shifting. Because my thing is, that's understandable because at first when it happened, the baby having not like grown, but now like over time and you getting bigger and stuff, and the stomach is expanding, you hearing the heartbeat, it's like you start growing these emotional feelings. Because like you're bonding with this baby for like a while, for a couple of months, like 12 months. It's like you're bonding with this baby, and you can't tell me that you don't feel nothing. So then old girl, her good Judy, the little white girl that was there, she ended up going in labor. So she's screaming, all types of stuff. So the nuns run in. They're like, oh, this is nothing. She's in labor. So they take her to the hospital. She comes back. And Coffee's like, oh, my goodness. How's the baby? Like, what's going on? Da, da, da. And the white girl is just, like, not there. Like, she's just so shut down. So then Coffee's trying to talk to her. And Coffee like, what'd you name the baby? And the white girl was all like, I didn't name it nothing. Because it's not my baby. They named the baby number 3. And I went on by my business. And it's so funny because earlier in the episode, Coffee had that type of at the heat of the moment, she had that coldness about, well, this ain't my baby. This baby belongs to somebody else. I'm not growing no feelings for this baby. I'm just pretending like I'm not even pregnant. And the white girl was telling her, well, how can you pretend like it's a baby? Because the white girl, she had, she was on Mr. Brightside. She had plans to run away with the baby and all type of stuff. Now, the vibe of the personality to shift to the white girl's jaded, and now Coffee's the one with the damn positive vibes, like, oh, what she named the baby? And the white girl's like, I didn't name the baby nothing. I don't know the motherfucker. I didn't name it. So now Coffee and her face is looking with a sense of regret, like regretting saying that to that girl in the heat of the moment because she was emotional and she was jaded. Like, damn, I should never told that girl that. Now I feel somewhat sympathy and I feel somewhat bad about it. So yeah, you gotta be careful what you say at the heat of the moment, but hey, it happened. Coffee goes into labor and she gives birth to the baby. So once she gives birth to the baby, she just realized that, that's her baby. And she falls madly in love when she sees the baby. She thought when she gave birth to the baby that she would think about what happened and all the type of stuff, but it just went away. Because at the end of the day, it's not the baby's fault. He's a predator. He's a little nasty little toxic bitch. But the baby had nothing to do with that, and that's what starts to click in when she gives birth to the baby. So even though she gave birth to the baby, the nurse gonna take it to the damn nuns. It's like, hold on, bitch, come on, the kid didn't get adopted yet. Bring her back here with mama. So when she gave birth to the baby, she they takes her to the nursing room and she sees a white girl. I'm gonna call her ass Karen because she turned Karen style on my goddamn kid bad. So the white girl, so they trying to get her to breastfeed the baby. The white girl kept on saying, the baby don't want to latch on. The baby don't want to latch on. So she's snapping. The nuns are like, what's going on? So she's like, the baby just don't want to latch on. So now she just turned to a full Karen on a damn baby. Then Coffee just saw her, like the baby was latching on. She would just push the baby's face away. Like she'll push the baby's face away and be like, the baby's not latching on. It's like, okay, Karen, but damn. So now she holding resentment against the baby and stuff because she feel like the baby done ruined her whole future. I'm like, okay, she a Karen any fucking way. That damn white girl liked that baby because she thought the baby was gonna be some type of little object. What's the thing? Little object to her little piece of the puzzle of her future with her boyfriend that didn't want to be with her. So whatever. Karens be like. So why did Annabelle then sit up here and woke up Coffee out her sleep so she can go breastfeed the kid? That one white nun, weird as hell, just stand over her like, time to wake up. Like, okay, Annabelle. So she goes in there and she's getting ready to breastfeed the kid, and she asks the nuns like, "What's old girl, the little crazy ass white girl?" They was like, "Oh, she got discharged. She wasn't, she played no role. Like she wasn't doing nothing, so she had to leave." So she getting ready to breastfeed the kid. The nun turns her back and talks to the other nun, and Coffee decides that she gonna sneak out the room and she just gonna like run for it, run out the church, just run away with the baby. So when she tries to do that, the one nun that she talked to early in the episode, the black nun, she comes, she's like, "Where are you going?" And she was all like, I'm going to leave. And the nun asks her, like, "Where are you going to go? Like, how are you going to feed the baby? You think you're going to last long with a diaper and a blanket?" And she just was like, I don't know. So the black nun was all like, "Give me the baby. You have been sleeping. Go get some sleep. I take care of the baby for right now." So Coffee goes to sleep and she's laying in her bed. Mind you, she named the kid, the daughter, Matilda, which that's going to connect soon later. Just remember Matilda. So Coffee lays down, she goes to sleep, and Coffee just thinks to herself like, the nun feel like I can't take care of the baby because of mundane shit, but like on some emotional, spiritual stuff, love is all you really need for the baby. So then she goes to sleep and she has a flashback. It's a flashback of when her mom left her when she was a little girl around the age of 10 or 8. And she, went to go say goodbye to Coffee when she was asleep. And then her friend gave her some money and told her when the boat was going to leave for her to leave, for her escape. And the funny part is her mother's name is Matilda. And I would say Matilda did have her mother. She had a good friend though, because that friend did look out for Coffee, and that friend didn't go around trying to, fuck Coffee's dad and stuff. But she was actually a solid ass friend. And I just thought that was interesting that her mom's name is Matilda, and she named her first daughter Matilda. So then Coffee wakes up. She goes to the nursery room. The baby ain't there. Where's the baby? Next thing you know, she's like, "What's the baby? What's the baby?" So she walking down the hallway. She's screaming for the nun, the black nun. And she opened the door. No, she looks through this window and she see this white couple holding the baby. And that's her baby, Matilda. And she like, "What the fuck? Like, what you doing with my baby? Give my baby. And the white people looked at her, and then the black nun came out of nowhere and she grabbed her, and they was just trying to hold Coffee, and she was screaming. She's like, I made a mistake. I want my baby. So she's just screaming like she is on the ground rolling, crying her tears out. That scene made me so fucking emotional. I ain't gonna lie, I did cry a little bit. Like, I really felt her pain, because it's like, I don't know, because that emotional connection, I don't know, because dealing with children and stuff, and I don't know, that emotion, that scene was really emotional for me. I don't know, I just started like crying real bad. Like, I really, really felt bad for Coffee at that moment, because it was like, damn, like, I was trying to make a logical decision. I was trying to be logical, like a mundane, I'm trying to be logical. Because I don't got no money. I can't take care of the kid on a logical sense. But then I'm emotionally, spiritually connected to this child because I was carrying this child for so long. I gave birth to this child. I looked in this child's eyes. This baby looked in my eyes. We connected, like, and now this couple coming took my baby, and I just feel all hope lost again. I just feel fucking bad. And I really like felt that I was crying I was literally crying like when it was holding her and she was screaming. She ran out the door and she crying, falling on her knees, and the couple is hurt and pulled off in the car with the baby. Oh my gosh. And then another talking about they was trying to conceive for so many years and they couldn't get a baby. And I told them to make sure they keep Matilda's name but put it as her middle name on my request. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. If they put her first name as the middle name, that's still my baby. So yeah, I started crying. I was like, girl, let me pause this. I'm over here worry, crying tears. Yeah, that was a lot. That was intense. So Coffee ends up leaving the nun's home, and she was just, in London still. And she ended up on her lucky day bumping into Island Boy, which I know what happened. She went to Island Boy, she went to America and everything. So when the tape got done and everything, the kid, so the daughter was crying and stuff because it's like the end of the tape because the mother pretty much said like, listen, I'm not here no more, and it's other people that's still here if you still look for answers, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, the past is not what you think. And she goes back to that wedding and how they show flashbacks that the mother's friend was the one that poisoned the little fingers, the motherfucker she's supposed to be on the island. And how I think Coffee know that the mother's friend poisoned her. And I feel like everybody was into it. I think her friend knowed about it. I think the mother's best friend, her mother Matilda's best friend, knowed about it. So it's a lot of stuff going on with the mama. But before they finished the tape, they Karen / Mulatto, they was crying, and the children went outside to comfort her, and they told her, we want to show you this garden. So I guess when the baby was born, when Matilda was born, Mabel Matilda, Karen / Mulatto was born, daffodils bloomed when she was born. Like when she was born, Matilda / Karen Mulatto was born in spring because daffodils bloomed the first day when she was born. And the children was like, oh my goodness, that's explain why growing up, mom was obsessed with this garden with all these daffodils. And, daffodils mean a rebirth, a new start, a new beginning. And they showed her the garden, and I was like, wow, it's like the mother over years always kept her in her heart. Like, she was never, she always did things that kept the child she gave away alive. She kept her essence alive to her. Even though they wasn't connected, she still kept her alive in her memory instead of, like, burying her or forgetting about her, even though she haven't saw her in many, many years. And that's what she told her in the tape, like, you are always connected to me, and I'm going to always be your mother. And it was just so sweet, and it was beautiful. And I cried a little bit. And I guess when the incident with her getting away with the baby when she's at the nun's house, at the church, it kind of triggered her with her relationship with her mom, because in a way her mom kind of gave her away. Even though she knowed her mother left and she never came back. And now it's like history repeating herself when she had to give away her first daughter. And she always felt in her heart like her mother had definitely came back if situations was different. She know in her heart that her mother would have had made a U-turn and came back for her. But that is it for Black Cake episode 7. This is definitely emotional roller coaster, and I do love watching shows that pull on different emotions. And I like to watch a show that I feel like somewhat emotionally connected to a little bit. But yeah, that's it for Black Cake season 1 episode 7. I hope y'all enjoyed my recap review, and that is it.